Hello, folks. We are live. I'm going to try and do a show tonight because I kind of want to talk to you about what I'm doing with the channel. I've kind of been a little off my game lately. It's mostly because I've been doing some things personally, and I've been a little busy. So when that happens, I kind of drop the ball on the channel, and I apologize about that. Sometimes I don't know what I want to talk about, so too. So I thought I'd do a little bit of a live show and see how you doing, and let you know how I'm doing. Sorry I kind of sprung this on you. Maybe I should make announcements? I don't know. I'll be a professional at some point in my life. So I just want to see how this is going. I am hoping this records right. Now I have to apologize if this doesn't work. So I'll just do a couple things here. Let you know that my plan is to do some new videos this week. I am working on Wonder Woman 101 video I've been wanting to do forever. That's going to be about H.G. Peter. I'm going to be talking about Captain Marvel's trailer that seems to be coming up tomorrow, and gonna be bringing back the weekly Manos. That's tomorrow as well. I'm not sure if this video is playing. We'll see. I can't really use. Oh, it seems to be working. Okay. If you're watching, leave me a little comment so I know everything's working right. I have the computer on here and have my phone recording with, because the webcam on my laptop sucks. I just can never figure out how to get it to work. The phone works just fine, so that's what we're going to be doing here. So yeah, just to recap, I'm going to be recording some new videos. I'm going to be recording Wonder Woman 101 about H.G. Peter, Captain Marvel reaction. Apparently tomorrow they're going to be dropping the teaser on Good Morning America, you know, the thing that all geeks watch. There's a video I want to do, a brief video about Short Fuse. They did their alignment Kickstarter a couple months ago, and I just want to talk about those books a little bit. And Weekly Manos, I'm going to record sometime at the end of this week. I've been putting it off. I've been meaning to bring it back the last couple weeks, but I've been a little busy. And I guess the thing I really want to talk about is the fact that I am finally bringing back retro casting, which is a favorite thing of mine, where I'm a big fan of Golden Age Hollywood. And I'm not talking about the 80s. I'm talking about the 30s on up. I love classic films, and I love superhero movies and superheroes. So I've been thinking hey, would it be cool if this dead actor that's been dead for 50 years played the Wolverine or something? Yeah, that's kind of how it is. I've done 3 videos so far. I haven't done it for a couple of years. I've done one for Batman, Wonder Woman, and Spider-Man, and I'm going to be recording hopefully this week. I don't know when it's going to post, but I hope to do one. I'm just going to leave. I'm going to up. I wanted to do one about Wolverine. No, not Wolverine. Excuse me. About the X-Men, and I am just about done. The reason I haven't recorded yet is because I have a couple left. I can't really show you, but I have a couple choices that I haven't gotten to yet, and I'm flaking on who Apocalypse and Cyclops, and I think I have my Jean Grey. I think I'm kind of settled in Jean Grey, so I think a lot of these actors I picked are badass, and I can't wait to do this video for it. I've missed doing retro casting. I don't even know why I stopped. Also, I'm going to be doing Manos at the Movies, which is another video series I stopped doing, and I shouldn't have, because it's cool and I really like doing it. That's where I talk about cult movies, and I don't know if I should reveal what I'm going to be talking about. I don't know whatever. There's a vampire film called La Mora, a child's tale of the supernatural. I discovered it last year on Comet TV, and I absolutely love it. I don't know how it like fell under my radar for all these years. It's a really cool 70s vampire film. I'm going to be talking about that up a bit, and hopefully maybe you'll discover it and love it. So I just wanted to like say hi to you guys, and yeah, I miss you, and I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I haven't been recording as regular as I used to. I feel like I should really kind of get back to that, and I kind of miss it. There's just this year, I've just kind of let myself kind of get distracted with you know, life as usual, and that's, you know, look, you know, nobody's getting rich off this. Stuff happens. So yeah, I just want to do some new videos. I don't know, just kind of probably out of boredom. I don't want to stop doing videos. Let's see. Oh, I didn't bring the comics in here. I bought some new comics that I wanted to talk to you about, and I completely left them in the other room. So this is a good professional. Why don't I just bring the camera with me and we'll just talk about it. Just follow me in here. Here's Lindsay's studio. Hey, how's it going, honey? I am talking to the universe right now. Let's see. And Lindsay is watching MST3K. The greatest thing I saw the other day was I walked in here, Lindsay was watching MST3K while reading the Mystery Science Theater 3000 comic book, and I realized I married the correct woman. So I bought a few things here that I briefly want to talk about. And hey, how's it going? All right. There, picked up some comics. I've been a little too broke to buy comics this week, so really piled up. Now this is like $80 worth of comics. I've even like didn't get a chance to like pick up everything. I have like a few comics I need to go get. I can probably do that later this week, so I'll be all caught up. And let me take a look here. What I picked up this week. Let's see, thoughts on no more MST3K box sets, since the rest of the episodes have rights issues. I'll talk about that in a second. This is what I picked up this week. I'm a little late on a bunch of these comics. I picked up Avengers number 6, Justice League, Miss Marvel number 34, Daredevil number 607. I'm impressed, Marvel. You've kept the numbering. I'm very, very impressed. You didn't change it. Wonder Woman 53. I think Ian over at Sid Part 2 reviewed a couple weeks ago. I really liked it. The Amazing Spider-Man issue 5, and I think maybe I might do a video about the whole arc. And The Life of Captain Marvel, and number 2. Now, I only had a chance to read a few of these today. I read Spider-Man, Wonder Woman, and Miss Marvel. So let me get this out of the way here. Didn't get to read Justice League. Yeah, Wonder Woman was good. Good, solid, like epic adventure fighting Aztec gods with the bow of Ra. I mean, it's a really epic name. I really enjoyed these 2 issues a lot. I do recommend picking both up just in general. They both actually have something similar where they harken back to Marvel's good old days of really stupid science, challenging our heroes and kind of developing their characters. They're both really dumb as far as like the science involved, but like I don't care. It's great. This arc, and if you've been reading it, you know that Peter Parker split into 2 people, him and Spider-Man, and they split like everything, like their powers and personality traits, and it's absolutely wonderful. This is the thing I've seen done with Hulk a couple of times, and it's cool to see it done with Spider-Man. Miss Marvel, she is trying to fight the Shocker, who has like come into her town. At the same time, her powers have gone haywire, and she's got to hold them for a while, and then they kind of lose track. And her boyfriend, or pseudo kind of boyfriend, Bruno, has been trying to figure out at the same time while she's fighting Shocker, like, okay, what the hell's going on with her powers? The explanation is just incredible. I love both of these. I've often said Miss Marvel is like, you know, one of the best Spider-Man books ever, and so I'm really happy to now finally be reading both. This had like a subplot going on throughout the old issues, and it pays off at the end of this one. It's absolutely great. Although I gotta say, nothing's more horrifying than this little girl. Like, what? There's a huge adult head on that little girl's body. It's frightening. There's no explanation for it. I think I had a question here. Let me get to that. Thoughts on no more MST3K box sets since the rest of the episodes have rights issues. I assume probably maybe the Godzilla versus Megalon and the Godzilla versus the Sea Monster, and probably a couple of ones after that. Like they did a couple of high profile films, like I Was Teenage Werewolf and shit like that. That's a bummer, but you know, to be honest, I was just talking about Lindsay, you know, watching MST3K. We kind of have MST3K on literally all the time. It's so funny. Like a few years ago, it was a rare treat to get to see it, and now it's kind of everywhere. We just started Sling TV, and Sling has this option called Pluto, and Pluto has all these. And one of them is an MST3K channel, which is literally Mystery Science Theater 3000, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. And there's another one of Rift Tracks, which is a lot of fun because I haven't seen as many of those as I've seen Mystery Science Theater, so that's kind of cool. It's on YouTube, it's on Netflix, it's on there was this other thing called Tubi, I think it is, and that has a whole bunch of Shout Factory on there. So it's like there's kind of no shortage of it. I do miss the box sets, and I love the artwork with them, and the menus were fantastic, and the backup features and special features are just incredible. Sometimes I've just watched them for hours. So yeah, I will miss them. C'est la vie, I guess. I had a second one. Do you think White Diamond might kill someone close to Steven, like Greg or Connie? I think, well, this is still as serious and as adult as the show gets. It is still a show for kids, so we got to remember that. Thinking it's possible that she could corrupt one of the gems. She could hurt one. She could keep one of them in prisoner, maybe bubbled, or maybe all of them bubbled. Because before they left off, you know, Garnet had that line about, "Hey, Steven will be okay." Like, okay, what are you seeing, Garnet? Maybe you should tell the others. I think Greg will be fine for the time being. He's on Earth. I think the next few episodes are definitely going to be taking a place on Homeworld. And I think we've left it behind for the time being, at least for the first, I don't know, maybe 5 episodes of the next season. So I don't think killed, but either corrupted or bubbled. That's kind of just my hunch. Let's see. It is I, Omnitron. Hey, how you doing? At the moment, I just use Roku for Hulu and Netflix. Since Roku's cool, has a free CW app. Oh, maybe I should. Oh, I didn't know that. I should look that up. We just got Sling, and I really love it. There is literally almost no end to what I can watch on it. It's actually around $25 cheaper than the cable system we had. So, good Lord. I mean, we really did upgrade for less money. And if you're thinking about getting Sling, I do recommend it. And this is not paid for by Sling. I just feel that way. And let's see, we have yeah, you can even rewatch all the seasons as they apparently did new episodes. Yeah, CW stuff. Oh, hey Manos, what gets you inspired to create? So many stuff. Definitely. Of course, creators I'm a big fan of, like like Peter David, Neil Gaiman. Also, filmmakers I've talked about. But also, like what gets me really talking about, I do watch a lot of news. I do read quite a bit of nonfiction. A lot of that stuff kind of affects me when I hear something going on in the world. I tend to, with my writing, reflect my feelings with superheroes and monsters and characters. And I've constantly said that art is communication, and essentially that's often how I communicate. So the real world affects me a lot. It's so funny. I'm a big fan of a lot of classic creators. Like I mentioned, like Peter David, Neil Gaiman, Frank Miller, all these guys, and a lot. I think what's important as I get older is to continue to be inspired by new people, like G. Willow Wilson, Miss Marvel, as well as Rebecca Sugar on Steven Universe. I'm a big fan of Catherine Calamia's work on Like Father, Like Daughter. I found her work inspiring, and yeah, just don't be convinced you've seen it all, and don't constantly live off your childhood. Bring your childhood into the present. I don't know if that's a good phrase or not. Oh, let's see. What are we going on here? Have you read Dark Knight's Metal? Fun fact: DC is making an album based on it. Okay, I could see that. That kind of makes it. That's one of those things that kind of writes itself. I have not read any of it. No, I have dipped my toe back into DC since Rebirth. I've been very impressed of how they have pretty much undone the damage for the most part that New 52 did. I'm really liking the DC stuff I've been seeing out of Rebirth, but I haven't bought everything yet because I'm still buying a whole bunch of stuff from Marvel and from Image. So it's like, and also I've been kind of taking a break from Batman. I've been reading Batman for so long. I feel like, okay, I'm good for now. I'm going to check out some other titles a little bit more closely. I have taken a 10-year break from Spider-Man because of Brand New Day. And wow, I am really back into him. And it's fun. I'm like going back and reading some old stuff as well. It's funny how you can miss a fictional character. Let's see. Oh, hold on. I'm currently planning a comic series with a friend of mine called Knights of Washington, which is about American knights in a modern American setting to vanquish evil swords. And that sounds pretty cool. I like that. It definitely has kind of a Neil Gaiman-y feel of taking something classic and mythic and bringing it into the modern world. Actually, Wayne Marston with Wonder Woman, that's what he was doing. So that's kind of cool. I'm kind of digging that idea. How do you feel about Sandman stuff right now? I am digging it. I read the Sandman Universe #1. House of Whispers was pretty good. Lindsay picked up the Dreaming #1 today. I haven't had a chance to look at it, but it looks really cool. I think she liked it. I know she liked House of Whispers a lot. So it's kind of cool that they're paying attention to this universe and really bringing it back into the fold. This is the best way to do it so far, this is the best way to do it without Neil Gaiman actually working on the books, because, Neil Gaiman is Neil Gaiman. What I like what Neil Gaiman has done is he's moved on with his career, but he's not forgotten Sandman. Like, he comes back to it, and he knows what to get back, because I feel like he was kind of done with his story, but he left enough room. He left enough wiggle room to work in and for others to work in. So yeah, I'm pretty happy to see it back. I always dislike the idea of putting too much distance between that and the DC universe. So I'm kind of glad they're doing that. Let's see what's else. Who's got another question? Let's see. Where are we here? He reads the artwork done. One thing from Marvel coming I'm excited for is Fantastic Four. The film probably next year. And Conan the Barbarian is returning in Marvel. Yeah, I forgot about that. I talked about that in Weekly Manos. And yeah, it's coming back. I was never a big Conan the Barbarian fan, but it's kind of cool. First exposure I ever had to Conan was through Marvel. So, I always kind of figured he was a Marvel character. I didn't realize he was attached to the books. It was a licensing thing. Because Marvel tied it so much to the universe. And the Fantastic Four film, I'm all in for. Like, I can't wait. I'm excited to hear any kind of news. The new comic is really good. Like Spider-Man, that's something I haven't read forever and I missed. So I'm very happy that that's back. Let's see. Sadly, no Red Sonja along for the ride to Marvel. Who knows? Who knows with these things? If it's a huge hit, maybe they'll figure out a way to pull it out from, I think Dynamite has it now. Marvel would do that. So we'll see. And let's see, somebody had message retracted. Okay. Love Dreaming #1 cover. #1 by Bendis was really good in Bordertown from Vertigo. I am hearing a lot of good stuff about Bordertown. Should I read it? I mean, Twitter's kind of digging it, so I'm definitely going to probably check it out. What am I doing here? Dreaming. Oh, do you think Steven's somehow getting corrupted by White Diamond, even though in their universe? Oh, oops, things are going fast. Do you think Steven somehow getting corrupted by White Diamond, even though he's a hybrid, would psychologically damage the gems? Well, yeah, that would not be good for the gems to see that happen to their son. We've seen them get really screwed up in the So Many Birthdays episode. Boy, they get upset with that one. Seeing him corrupt would not be fun, particularly for Pearl. I don't think that's happening. I think that might. I mean, I don't think he will get corrupted. I think maybe there might be an attempt to corrupt him, and his humanity will save him from that. If that happens, so I don't think we'll see him get fully corrupted and turn into a monster. Him getting any attempt to corrupt him, I might hazard to guess that might help him understand how to fix it. Maybe that might be the moment where he gets to the end of his rope and is able to save himself through that. Like I said, like almost anything is anyone's guess at this moment. Let's see. That's the thing about Marvel. If it's licensed, they think they can make it work in their universe. They'll add it. Godzilla, ROM, Space, Transformers. Yeah, I miss them doing that. They used to do. Marvel used to be the go-to book comic book company if you want a comic book license. Like, hey, look, we got this thing called ROM. Hey, we got Godzilla. Hey, we got Shogun Warriors. We need a comic book. Let's go to Marvel. Marvel used to be always the guys, and they eventually lost that out to Dark Horse. Dark Horse kind of became the kings of licensed comics after them. But they don't do everything like Marvel did. Marvel, God, in the 70s, if you had a license and you want a comic book, you go to Marvel, and they did so much of that. And issue 2, they meet Spider-Man. Okay. First thing. But that's the first thing that hooked me that fast from Vertigo in years. Yeah. There's rumblings of Superman spin-off in the CW, potentially set in the CW Earth 1. If there is a Superman spin-off, set there. Would you want to see it? I'd say yes. I really like that Superman. I like that actor. I like their take on him. He feels like Superman, and oh boy, when he made his debut, like opposite the DCEU Superman, that was like a breath of fresh air. And it's so funny when I saw like the first pictures of him, I was like, yeah, I don't know, that kind of looks okay. And then I see him in action, and it's like, oh crap, that's Superman, not him. You know, this guy who's like wondering, gee, should I bother saving people when I could, like, I don't know, hang out or do whatever? Like, what is he gonna do? So yeah, this Superman on CW, I don't think so. I don't feel like they will, but I would love it if they did. Let's see. Do you think Steven, being the son of Pink Diamond, will play a role in Jasper's redemption? Yes, yes, yes. I've said this before, actually, and I'll say it again. It will. I don't know how Jasper will react, but she will listen to him, and that will be enough for Steven to get his foot in the door, to talk to her and to deal with her. All he needs is people to listen. Let's see. Now, IDW is basically the king of licensed comics. Yeah, they have kind of usurped Dark Horse from that, I think. And I think there's a good reason. I think they've done a better job at tying their titles together. They haven't been afraid to do fun titles. I don't know. I just sometimes think that Dark Horse got a little too selective, and maybe bet the farm a little bit too heavily on some specific ones. And IDW has just been, we'll do it. I don't care. And they're a lot of fun. I like the ROM comic. I was reading Transformers for a while, and I really loved it. And I love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles title from them. Although that's made by the creator, so I mean, but it's like, I think the best version of Ninja Turtles. Where are we here? Superman is Christopher Reeve. Superman Reborn. Yeah, I'll go that far. Yeah, he is kind of that vision of Superman. I like him a lot. Thoughts on the Doom Patrol DC Universe show? I don't have too much. I've seen set photos of the actors, and they look really good. I've never been a big Doom Patrol fan. I've never been able to get into it, but I'm open to it, and I like the freakiness of it, and especially since they're using, I think her name's Crazy Mary. That's an awesome concept for a character, and I can't wait to see that utilized. And also, Brandon Fraser's back. Welcome back, Brandon Fraser. We missed you. Okay. Thoughts on Boom Studios Power Rangers series? I'm afraid I have none. I am not a big Power Rangers guy, and I haven't read the comics. I've read you people talk about it, and a lot of people seem to like it. And that's great. I'm happy. Okay, do you think White Diamond and Homeworld are going to turn on Yellow and Blue Diamond? I think Yellow and Blue Diamond might turn on White Diamond and Homeworld. I think they'll make the move first. Crazy Jane, thank you. Crazy Jane is the character. I saw the Teen Titans second trailer. I'm starting to be okay with the tone of it. I have not seen the second trailer, so I can't really speak to that. I mean, good luck. I hope so. I hope it looks better in action than it does in the trailers. I'm still laughing at Fuck Batman, but it's kind of great. It's a lot of people like got mad about it, but you know, it's been a thing. You know, when you do a trailer, when you try to publicize your book, movie, comedy, comic book, TV show, whatever, you want something to stick in people's minds, and boy, that sure did. Let's see. Where are we here? My problem is still with Beast Boy. Yeah, Beast Boy and Starfire. Yeah. Now, here's the thing. That actress, I like that actress, but I really don't like the way they've been dressing her up. maybe it's just in these shots, and maybe we'll see her in more classic form or a little bit more upgraded. But yeah, I mean, the footage we've been shown of her makes the character really sloppy looking. I don't think that's, I don't know. I don't think that's the right way to go with the character. I think she's going to be more flesh toned and like turned orange when she powers up or something like that, which is a easy way to get around, painting an actress and having her run around in orange paint for, 20 hours a day doing a TV series, which I'm sure they don't want to do. It's a different story when you do a movie, but on a TV show where you're probably going to be doing it for a while, maybe they don't want to do that. I don't know, but I hope I'm rooting for her to be good and show people up on it. But yeah, they're doing her no favors by what they've done so far. Where are we? Before I didn't know. I didn't know there was a second trailer until like an hour ago. Yeah, I noticed it. I didn't bother looking at it. Shadow Batman says hi. Hey, Shadow Batman. I don't think I've talked to you for a while. How you doing? The Omnitron 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have no problem with the actress for Starfire, but the hair and the outfit are just yeah. I agree. The look is off. I think the choice of actress looks pretty solid, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't look great, but I'm not gonna bash it too much until I see it in action. So I don't know. Maybe it might. I don't know. Maybe this might be what she looks like in debut when we first find the character, and then she kind of has this kind of character growth and stuff like that, and becomes the Starfire we know. Maybe through the course of the season. I don't. That's just me theorizing. Let's see. Could Megatron and the Decepticons work as villains to Steven and the Gems? Yes, and yes. I definitely want that. If it's ever in my power to do that, I will do that myself. For years, being a Transformer fan and a Steven Universe fan, I have definitely seen a weird connection between the two, because like the Gems are an alien race of shape-shifting creatures that have a civil war on Earth, and the Transformers are an alien race that has that are shapeshifters and have a civil war on Earth. They both have combiners. Yeah, that would be. I would love that so much, and I'd be all in on a Decepticons versus Crystal Gems crossover. I really want to see. I've thought about this of Sugalite versus Devastator. I want that. I do like seeing Dick and Jason meeting in live action. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard Dick and Jason meet in this, which I think is Jason's first live action appearance. Let's see. I doubt I like it, but I have to ask another follow-up question. I do like seeing. Let's see. Have you seen the Stretch Armstrong show on Netflix? It's actually insanely good. I have not seen it. I've clicked by it, but it's never really piqued my interest. If you think it's good, I'll take a look at it. And let's see. Did I miss a question? I feel like I missed a question. What DC? Oh, I did miss a question. Sorry. What DC character would you like to see David Lynch making a film or a miniseries out of if he was asked to do it? And I have a prepared answer for that. Two-Face. Okay, they're making a Joker film. I would kill to see a David Lynch Two-Face movie. And he has actually kind of done movies like Lost Highway and Mulholland Drive that are kind of about good people who think they're good, but they're really crazy killers, and we kind of see it through them. And I would love for him to do that take on Two-Face, and he does like to play around with crime and melodrama and kind of some old school film noir stuff. And creepy, crazy psychological stuff, yeah, I think Two-Face would be my answer. Let's see. Thoughts on Henry Cavill no longer being Superman? Personally, I don't blame him for the problems he's had. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him either. I mean, it's a great role. It provides you with a huge amount of opportunities to be in big films and be interviewed and be a big celebrity and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm sure it's a pain in the ass if the work isn't good. He hears people bitching about it all the time, like, well, me. Yeah, I don't blame him. I would like him to stay until it gets good, because I like him as Superman. I think he could do the Superman that we see in CW. I think he can do that. Now, I haven't heard him talk too much, so I don't know if that's his idea of Superman. I mean, maybe the Zack Snyder take on Superman was something he agreed with. Maybe he liked that take on Superman. Maybe he preferred doing it this way. And now that they're kind of moving away from that, he's probably going, nah, this is a corny Superman I don't want to do. So I don't know. I think the jury's still out. I don't think it's over yet, but we'll see. I would like him to stay, but I wouldn't blame him if he didn't. Let's see. Which Kaiju could you see having a connection to the gems? Ooh, that's it. That's a good one. I have to say Mothra. Hey, Lindsay, are you in the next room? She's not. Okay, I was going to ask her that question because she likes both those things too. Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Mothra. Also, oh, hey, the little tiny fairies sing songs to Mothra. I mean, we could have like Rebecca Sherwood write a Mothra song. Let's see. Henry Cavill is a comic book fan, and he has apparently tried very hard to make WB and Snyder try to make Superman a lot better. Well, yeah. Then that's good. That makes me feel to hear. I've heard people talk about this is kind of negotiating feud between him and the studio. I hope, if that's true, I hope it works out where he's satisfied with the money he can get so he can continue going and doesn't overplay his hand. Because sometimes when actors do that, they overplay their hand and they lose their job. Hard. So yeah, hope this works out. And it still could work out. Probably won't, but it still could work out. Let's see. What non-official interviews? Let's see. And in non-official interviews, I stated screaming internally all throughout Batman versus Superman. Yeah, that's gotta suck because I think the more I look at Batman v Superman, the film really does feel like it throws Superman under the bus. Like it's completely like I don't know, taking the wind out of his sails, and like even scenes where he's being Superman, being helpful, he's like acting like he doesn't want to do it and he's really burdened by it. Like, come on, man. There's this cool moment in the Spider-Man issue where Spider-Man tells Peter Parker, like, look, we've had a lot of hard times together, and we've had a lot of trauma and pressure, but the things about being Spider-Man just make it all worth it, and it's wonderful. And that's something writers shouldn't forget. Even when they do more darker kind of deconstructive stuff with superheroes, they shouldn't forget that aspect of superheroes, especially superheroes like Superman and Wonder Woman and a couple of the other big guns. Superman ain't Hamlet. Let's kind of figure that out. Let's see. If Gal Gadot wasn't Wonder Woman, who would you be? Ooh, your choice for the actor. I don't know. I I thought about this a lot before she was cast, and I had a tough time nailing an idea. Like, it was one of those. It's a hard character to cast because she's so many things to so many people, and you can go about it from a particular direction. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. It's, to me, she's been pretty defining for the character for the times. I mean, she's Wonder Woman's generation. There's not going to be another Wonder Woman in like 2 years because she wasn't cutting it. She's Wonder Woman. Yeah, I've heard that. On a side note, I actually agree. I think Gina Carano, I think, might be a better She-Hulk. Or to I I am a huge She-Hulk fan, and I want her in the MCU so bad. I've been trying to figure out like who would play her and how would they go about it, because she often is She-Hulk all the time. So I'm like thinking, do you hire a big actress who can like act and do comedy, or do you hire just an actress who fit the role and where you can cast her as Jen Walters and then do CGI for the rest of the film? I mean, if she's not the lead, if it's not a She-Hulk movie, then that might be easier to work with. That might be a way to go. Let's see. Gina, more of a bodybuilding, less than that. Yeah, I know she's not. Yeah, I've seen her in movies. She's she's not bad. She's as good as Ronda Rousey as far as acting. Who I used to think would be a good Artemis. I think there was a time where she was talking about maybe it'd be cool to be Captain Marvel. It's like, I mean, you could look like Captain Marvel, but I don't trust the whole movie on Ronda Rousey. So where are we here? Oh, yeah, cool. We're still talking about She-Hulk. If She-Hulk, I would say Gina. She's amazingly fit, easy to pull up the classic Ferrigno green skin style. Yeah, there's been a couple attempts to bring her out. Man, I hope she ends up in the MCU at some point. I mean, I'll take Netflix World. I'll take ABC or whatever the hell Cloak and Dagger channel is on. I don't know. I just want to see She-Hulk. She's one of the biggest like female characters in Marvel, and she still hasn't popped up in the films. So I wish it would happen. I'm sure they hear this, so just make it happen. I don't know. I don't know where. I've also been thinking about. I know it's looking very favorable for Miss Marvel, because I know she's in the works. She's in the discussions. I'm waiting to see how Captain Marvel does, and I think that's going to be like a stepping stone to bringing her into the MCU. I don't know how, like either film or Netflix, but I definitely see her coming into play. Can't wait for that. I know they've been talking about Squirrel Girl, played by the phone girl, whose name I cannot not remember, and she's now voicing her on the Marvel Rising show, which I've seen the first episode of that, which is pretty good. I probably might. Do you want me to do videos about that? I'm kind of digging it. I don't know if we're going to see that. By the way, Kristen Shaw was always my first choice if they ever did Squirrel Girl in live action. But I wish she had done it in as a voice actor. Like anytime I read a Squirrel Girl dialogue in a comic, I hear Kristen Shaw's voice. It just seems like a character she would do. Also, speaking of cartoons, we've been talking a lot about Steven Universe. I am a huge fan of Voltron, Legendary Defender on Netflix. I am loving that show. I just recently got into it. Like I started watching it between season 6 and 7. I just like went nuts and started binging it. And I am planning to do videos about it. I'm rewatching the show right now, and I'm gonna start, doing maybe season by season discussions about it. Maybe I'll do it with somebody else. Maybe I'll just do it by myself. But I'm loving the show, and I hope to get maybe 7 videos out talking about the show before season 8 comes out. I know the perfect way to bring the mutants in the MCU. Okay, cool. We got a way. The snap killed all the Inhumans on Earth, and for a long while, everyone realizes no more Inhumans, and mutants start popping up. That's an idea, and I've heard people suggest the snap connecting, or whatever the hell the Avengers are going to do in time. Because I've heard that theory, like, they're going to like try to fix things, and they move a couple of things here and there, and those things cause the Fantastic Four and the mutants as a race. So yeah, those could happen. And the Inhuman thing didn't work, and the Inhuman thing was like his attempt to like fill in the void for the mutants, and never really took. Look, the Inhumans aren't the mutants. That's just it. They have 2 different types of roles in the Marvel Universe, and they're not interchangeable. Should Infinity War Part 2 be called Avengers: A Fresh Start? Yes, that's probably why they haven't really told us the name, because like, we don't want to blow this awesome name, Avengers Fresh Start. That's cool. I like that idea. Just kidding. No, that's serious. I am taking you 100% serious for saying that. No, just kidding. So I'm getting close to an hour here. Problems with Inhumans as an X-Men stand-in is that Jack Kirby made them to be pure sci-fi story that just happen to have superhero trappings. Yeah. And you can, for the way their story has been kind of progressing in the comics and in TV, you could do a really cool social political story with them, but it's not the same story the mutants are. And they've tried it, and especially in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they tried it very hard, and it don't work that way. Because especially if you're a comic fan, especially if you're a Marvel fan, you keep thinking, oh, like the X-Men. Oh, hey, I'd rather have them. Don't remind people of a better thing when you're doing your thing. That's my advice to all you writers out there. Okay, let's see. Do you think Avengers 4 will have a time jump to show how the survivors are coping with post-snap? I hope we do get to see how, not just Earth, I'd like to see some of the other planets in the MCU dealing with this, because this is terrible. This is an awful thing. This is like the biggest genocide of all time, anywhere. So I think it would be a mistake not to show us how it affected the world. Let's see. I mean, weren't New Gods like that too? Yeah, but that was over at DC. Which one of Spider-Man's villains has caused him the most pain? Oh, that's easy. That's Green Goblin, Norman Osborn, that bastard. I mean, I can't think of how much more he's done to Spider-Man. He is terrible. Oh, what an evil, awful person. I would not like to have a guy like that hating me, because he has done everything possible. Like, God, like, he's like did this clone thing that made him doubt his whole identity and ruin his life almost. Like, he's killed his girlfriend. Years later, we find out that he fucked his girlfriend and they had kids, and he sent those kids after Spider-Man. He faked the death of their baby with Peter and Mary Jane. Had doctors tell them the baby died, and then took the baby. We don't know where that baby is. At least, I don't know. I haven't been reading Spider-Man the last 10 years, so I don't know. Maybe if that answer's been brought to light, but I mean, he's terrible. He's like, I can't top that. No other villain has been more terrible to Peter. Osborn and Joker, yeah. I feel like Osborn's been worse to Peter than Joker has been to Batman. Joker's done some god awful stuff, but I feel like Osborn's he's been kind of on point as far as evil, terrible, awful things. The Spider Baby thing hasn't been answered. It's been lost to the winds. Yes, I know that was Joe Quesada's. Or no, not Joe Quesada. He wasn't in charge of Marvel yet. I know that was the editors and Marvel at large attempts to go, okay, they don't have a baby, but we don't want to kill the baby. What do we do? It's just gone. I don't like that. I hope that does get answered someday. Sorry, young people have babies. Some people in their early 20s, even their teens, have babies. It's a thing. Spider-Man's supposed to be a regular person. Regular people have babies early, so I'm sorry if it blows Marvel's sense of hip, cool bachelor character, but that's just life. If you can't have it both ways. If you want a regular character and a regular guy character, and then keep him like a cool bachelor guy, I don't know. I don't think that works. Yeah, Joe Quesada says divorces are bad and deals with Satan are okay. I know. You know what's so funny about? I love how they're getting back together because you know what? As far as I can tell from the pact with Satan, there was no you can't get back together. There didn't seem to be any kind of reason why they couldn't. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let's see. See an MC. I would love to see. Ever since Marvel got the rights back for Spider-Man, I've been wanting to see Green Goblin back and some of the other Spider villains that we didn't get to see in the previous versions. Here's the thing. I know studios and films don't like to bring back actors when they do a new take on a character, but Willem Dafoe is so wonderful as Goblin. I kind of want him back as the Green Goblin, as Norman Osborn in the MCU. It's maybe too late because they might be done with Robert Downey Jr., but man, I'd love to see a scene between Willem Dafoe's Norman Osborn and Robert Downey Jr.'s Iron Man. Just look, let's just have that scene. Just give us one scene of them talking shit to each other. And it might be the greatest scene in any superhero movie of all time. It might be like that scene in True Romance between Dennis Hopper and Christopher Walken. Just like have these two actors just have a scene. Just go at it. Go nuts. Let's see. Marvel's heroes can't have kids. Superman has kids. Yeah, every once in a while this kind of comes up. DC was like this for a while during New 52. Like, relationships, superheroes can't have good relationships. They can't be happy. They can't have kids, can't have marriages. Thankfully, they've obviously gone back on that. And Marvel is bringing back the Fantastic Four, which are a family. And shit, The Thing and Alicia are finally getting married. And I think I've heard some people say they're probably going to do a trick like Kitty and Colossus and Batman and Catwoman, but no, I think this actually is going to stick. I think that go through because what would be the point? She's not a superhero character with a title of her own. There would be no reason to not have them get married. And also, we're having this kind of big comeback and reunion with the Fantastic Four, and that seems very fitting. This seems like a fitting time to do that. So I think they're going to really tie the knot. Did Spider-Woman have her baby? Yes, she did have her baby. And they did a cool line of comics with her being a superhero with a baby. And she had like this ex-villain kind of occasionally be her nanny. And I forgot the villain that was taking care of the kids sometimes, while still being a superhero detective. So yeah, they had that, and you can have that. Let's see if they do Green Goblin. Let's see, go with a different Norman Osborn, Defoe playing Green Goblin, like the ultimate now. Yeah, let's see. I am kind of old school on Green Goblin. I still like the crazy costume guy. I didn't love the mask that they had in the Raimi films just because it just covers up too much of Defoe's acting. I'd rather than put something on him that looks like a thin mask so he can still have some acting going on. Although, him out of costume was scary enough. Do you think Wonder Woman having a kid would be a good idea despite being a trend? I would rather her not have a kid. That's just personal gut feeling. I'm cool with Superman having a kid. Batman has kids all the time, Mr. Badass. But I don't know. I think out of the Trinity, I think maybe be cool if the woman did not have a kid and the two dudes do settle down and have kids, or at least Batman as close as he can. I mean, look, he's got kids here and there. That's enough. Let's see. Batman is the most static character in comics compared to Well, that's because I think they really nailed a type for him in like the 70s, 80s, and definitely in the 90s. So a lot of people don't want to get away from that, where the other character is a little more fluid in that way. Annoyingly so, because you know what? Wonder Woman seems to lose a good chunk of her supporting cast every time they have a new writer. Like, hey, I don't want to deal with these characters. Screw them. No, keep stuff. I don't know. I see that happen all the time. Did you see the original Mask? Yes. Actually, that's kind of what I was getting at a little bit. I did see that mask, and I was blown away by it, and a little annoyed that they didn't use it because it was great. Now, granted, I saw a test video of it, and maybe in working with, maybe it wouldn't be practical. But I'm really mad that they used it. It looked great. Let's see. If Batman would finally kill the Joker, what do you think the repercussions would be? Okay. I actually talked about this in my Joker Devil's Advocate video. I did a review of Joker Devil's Advocate, which I do talk about that idea. And essentially, he'd be in trouble. And it would make his working with the police more difficult. And he even has a line, he even has a line in Batman Forever about, killing one guy. Another guy came and I killed him. It just got so easy. Part of what Batman does is, yes, for morality's sake, he doesn't want to kill his villains. He also wants to help them because he does see a lot of himself in these villains. And also, let's be real, it would make his job difficult. The police would have to eventually try to hunt him down and stop him, and he would also have to fight the police and fight the villains, which we've seen in Dark Knight Returns. That makes things a lot difficult. And if he's ever caught, he loses everything. I mean, sure, he could probably get it back and escape, but he won't have Wayne Industries anymore. He would have to start from scratch and start with the cheapest stuff he can get off the black market. Look how many times Punisher has to reboot his life when he escapes prison. That would be much different for Batman. That would be much different for Bruce Wayne. So yeah, he would have a lot of problems if he killed the Joker. Hold on, I am actually losing power on this computer, and I forgot, like a dummy, let's see, to get the cord. Hey, honey. Hello. I'm talking to my viewers. Hey, let me get this cord here. All right. Hey, say hi to Lindsay. Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Over here. I'm about to lose my power cord. And There we go. Hey, I'm just going to talk for a few more minutes. And I'm going to be doing a Captain Marvel reaction video. I think I'm going to do, so I'll be posting that. Yep. Batman is like a rock, and in Flexible, Superman is more rubber stretch of bed, but to be recognized. Wonder Woman is like water, like she changes. Yeah. Well, I think Grant Morrison was one of the writers that wanted to change Batman up. Yeah, he did, and boy, he got a lot of pushback on that. And of course, like after he was done, like I mean, he was all gone. So, you know, that's how things go. I don't know. There is something to be said for consistency too. Hey, listen, I'm gonna get going here in just a minute. I enjoyed doing this. Should I do more? Do you think I should do more live shows? I've really enjoyed this. I am going to be posting a video tomorrow about the Captain Marvel teaser. I'm trying to decide. I may do a reaction. I may do a reaction tomorrow about it, either live or record it and then do it. Like I said, I'm doing some new videos. A lot of you weren't here when I started this video, so I'll just do a quick recap on what I was talking about. I'm back. I've kind of got a new zest for doing this. Every once in a while, I kind of lose a little the zip videos, and I apologize about that. But yeah, I kind of feel like doing videos again. I'm pretty more excited about it. Kind of got the wind in my sails. So I've written a loose schedule of what I'm doing. And I'm recording this week a new Wonder Woman 101 video. I have a few like historical videos about Wonder Woman I want to do. And this week I'm going to record a video about H.G. Peter, who was the original artist on the book. I'm going to be talking about Captain Marvel to it. There is some comics from Short Fuse Media that came out during their alignment rollout that I'll be talking about. And I want to bring back Weekly Manos. I really dug Weekly Manos. It was a lot of work. It was like a full hour, 90 minutes of work, but it was definitely worth it. And also, good news for the you fans of retrocasting, I'm bringing back retrocasting. Video is going to be about the X-Men. So yeah, and I'll probably, I feel like I'm going to do more Q&A videos, because this is cool. We had a nice mix of topics. That was nice. That's always fun when you talk about a few different things instead of just the one thing over and over again. Some people have become, kind of like known for just one topic, but I like talking about comics, Steven Universe, movies, creating comics. And also, there is another thing I wanted to do. I'm bringing back, after years of swearing I was going to bring it back, I really am going to bring back Manos at the Movies, which is a video series. I talk about cult movies that I really like, and I'm going to start doing that again. Let's see. Love retrocasting. What team you going through? Yeah, I'm going to be, that was kind of hard to pick. So what I did was I kind of picked a lot of the main type of X-Men characters that, most people know of. A number from the cartoon. Let's see, some of the villains. And not too much of an idea of what the plot would be, but just basically, like, if we did a new series of X-Men movies, these would be the actors I'd like to pluck out of time and cast in these roles. And one of the things I like about the Fox movie series, say what you will, is their casting was always on point. So I got a little bit of a challenge to outdo Fox films. The advantage I have is I can pick the greatest actors of all time, so that might be fun. I'm not going to pick a particular team. I think that'd be too limiting, so I'm going to be just picking kind of the more famous X-Men over the years. And I'll be recording that sometime over the next week or so. I'm a couple of short. I have a couple more characters I need to fill in. I haven't made a final decision on. I hope you will like my Wolverine. I'm really proud of my choice for Wolverine. So let's see. Let me see what else I got here just before we wrap up here. Do more clickbaity thumbnails, titles for your vids. I could do that. You know, if I was smart, I would do that more. I could do like, you know, one of those bullshit videos where I circle something right in the middle and have an arrow like, oh, look at this. You won't believe this thing. I don't know. Maybe I should do that just every video. Somebody was doing a series of videos like something explained, like, oh, Manos explains or something like that. You may agree with me on this. Never taking a life if he were to kill the Joker, he could eventually drive him insane. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it would just be a bridge too far. I do think it's half the right thing to do and also half for Batman. Like it would be bad for him emotionally and professionally if he just started killing left and right. He does in the movies. You know, it's so funny. Movies don't seem to even barely worry about this. Oddly enough, it's Batman Forever that actually, I think, and Batman Forever and Batman Begins, I think, deal with that, and yeah, maybe the Dark Knight. But yeah, a lot of the movies go like, "Hey, isn't it fun that he killed that guy?" It's so funny. Like, you know, these are the things that's supposed to be for grown-ups, and you know, they do far less thinking about what they're doing than the cartoons for kids do. Okay, a couple more. Just a mugshot. Let's see. Oh yeah, just a mugshot with some words. Oh, and news for those who heard from me in a bit, but I've been married for a month. Oh, hey, congratulations! Welcome to the marriage club. I'm a member myself. I hope it was a good wedding, and wish you and your spouse all the luck and love in the world. All right, I think that about does it. I guess I do have a little night news. I was hoping Red Knight would be the next Kickstarter. It is not. It's the next. I forgot the name of the book. There's another book in line before Red Knight, so unfortunately, that will not be the next title. I did have a nice discussion with my editors, and we have some really cool plans for Red Knight launches. I wish it was launching now, but you know, hey, look, this has to be done right when we do it. So I'm cool to take my time and make sure it works right, because I think you're gonna really like what what we discussed today. I think you're gonna like what we have cooked up. Let's see. All right, one more. We have a heavy. Oh, you had a heavy metal themed wedding, and dressed as Gene Simmons, and she was dressed up. That's brilliant. I love that. Enjoyed it as always, Manos. Oh, thank you. My wife and I also had kind of a spooky. We got married in October. Matter of fact, we're coming close to our 4th anniversary. We're about a month away from our 4th anniversary. We got married in October. We both like horror and spooky stuff and Halloween. So we had kind of a Halloween spooky wedding. We had nice kind of Halloween decorations for the wedding. Lindsay wore black, and I wore like black and purple, and we kept the wedding rings in a coffin, a little tiny little ceramic coffin. And we didn't do the traditional wedding march. We didn't play "Here Comes the Bride." We played a cover of the Suspiria theme, and it was one of the best moments of my life. I absolutely enjoyed it. I wish I had that on video. Nobody thought about doing it. We took lots of pictures. Nobody thought of doing that on taking the video of that, but it's up here until I get Alzheimer's and die. So I think that's good. We're I enjoyed this. I don't know when we'll do another one. I'll try and do live shows a little bit more. But this was great talking to you guys. Hey, click the links. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook, and as well as like I'll start linking my Red Knight Facebook page. Follow that as well, because we're getting into the home stretch of like figuring out the relaunch, and I've got some plans, and we've been talking, and things really I can't wait to show you this stuff. All right, I think that's it for now. I'm gonna push the button. Good night.